What's going on, guys? So another new pickup. I managed to pick up this Chewlix. It's the black with the red on it, so it's not the diamond blue anymore. So I just picked this up today, and I gotta say, this looks amazing. There was a local auction here not too long ago, and I managed to snag this for a very good deal, honestly. I think a lot of the people there that were at the auction didn't know what this was or weren't familiar with it, so I lucked out and got it at a steal of a deal, honestly. Obviously, it's going to need all the work done to it. It's not something that's plug and play. It did show that Pandora's box was working on it, so this is pretty much how it was from the factory when they come out of China. I think this is how it was. Maybe the control panel's been slightly changed. These are like cap controls, but these joysticks are like for Pac-Man. I think they're really tall, so these are more designed, I guess, for like, you know, Pac-Man. These are 4-ways, I think. No, they're full 8-ways, but they're interesting. The controllers, I mean, the buttons, I don't know, they have a little bit of resistance in them, so I think these are not sand walls, and probably some imitation sand walls for sure. These for sure are not. So that's gonna have to go. Now this one did have to insert money, but if you look at it, they put it on backwards or upside down. This is supposed to be the other way because this is insert and it's all wrong. So they put that upside down. I'm probably gonna keep it. There's a few scratches and nicks here and there. It's not perfect. It's like a dull black on this thing. It's like dull black. But I mean, for the price that I got it for, this is cosmetic. I'm not too worried about it. The coin door here has a lock. I have no keys for this thing. Now I did wipe it down a little bit. It looked like there was a bunch of rust here, but it was just a bunch of dirt that had piled up. So when I wiped it down, turned out to be just fine. So it looked a lot dirtier than it was, honestly. Like, it looked like it was more rusty in certain areas, and like the corners there looked really rusted out, and it was just a bunch of dirt piled up. So maybe that's why people weren't bidding on it. They were thinking it was a rust bucket. And come to find out, it's not a rust bucket at all. It's actually in amazing shape. Now this is a slight different Chewlix. This for sure will have the 1080p monitor in it based off what I've seen. So there's certain Chewlixes that will have 2 fans. That's like the oldest model that they had. That had usually the 720p monitor in it. And then later on during the production of these Chewlixes, they switched over to a 1-fan design. And most of them that I've seen will come with a different type of monitor built into them. And it usually has HDMI capabilities on it. But everything else seems pretty much the same. This is just different because my other diamond blue has 2 fans, which I think is good. And this one's more similar to the Vewlix, and it only has 1. Because I've seen a Vewlix and they only have like 1 fan on the side. The bottom is all the same. Nothing's really changed there. Let's go ahead and fire it up and see what happens. So that's interesting. So that sounds probably the Pandora box in there or something. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Oh, this strip is actually connected. So usually on all the ones that I own on the Diamond Blues, this wasn't ever connected and the wire was just sitting here and wasn't connecting anything to the main supply. This one they've connected it, so that's pretty cool. That's working fine. And yeah, it has Pandora 5S in it. Well, 130 games in here, which is pretty cool. So I mean, it's a plug and play setup. I think it is running at 1080p because the picture's pretty good, honestly. So that's pretty cool. I played a lot of King of Fighters 2002 back in the day. I mean, I could probably leave it as is like this for a while until I get a proper PC build for it. But this is just a standard Pandora setup. I probably will have to change the wiring and all that. I'm gonna probably put some Pico Fighting. I love the Pico Fighting boards. They're super snappy on PC. I mean, they're not really designed for a lot of the newer consoles, but if you're playing old consoles or you're playing on specifically PC, for the value, Pico Fighting boards are the way to go. But I don't know what all this means. Oh, they probably have rainbow. Yeah, that looks like rainbow edition right there. Ooh, that's pretty cool. So I'll probably keep this in there for a little while, just for kicks, for people to play and have fun on it. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, it has all the metal slugs in here. That's awesome. I mean, the steal of the deal that I got this for, like, I can't, I'm not gonna say the price, but just know that I got it for a steal, honestly. Given that I know what it is, and that I know that I can upgrade these to really, really top-notch controls and everything, it'll be worth the money later on down the road if I ever decide to sell it. But I honestly don't want to sell this because this matches better with my game room. You know, I'm very big on Nintendo, so Nintendo's colors are always red, and the black is more subtle. I like that black. It looks really, really nice. But this is a 6-button layout, which is different. The other one that I had was an 8-button, so this is strictly 6, and I don't feel the hole here for that. So this is more gonna be. I'm gonna convert this to be a Street Fighter V cabinet. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a Street Fighter V cabinet. I'm gonna go all the artwork of Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V goes in really big on the red, and so that's what this is gonna be. I'm gonna turn this into Street Fighter V cabinet, fix it all up, make it a 2-player cab, and it's gonna look amazing. And then I'm gonna go. Probably might keep this color set up. I like the reds and the blacks, or I might change it up a little bit. Not sure yet. We'll see. But that's a steal of a deal, guys. I can't believe I got this for a great deal. And it's already pretty much up and running if I want to use it as is, although the buttons need to be changed out. I got to drill out all the locks. But other than that, this is another project that's going to be worked on here in the next month or so as I get it fixed up and nice. So all right, so I've gone ahead and opened this setup, so you can see I did confirm this is all Chinese knockoff stuff. It is a 6-button layout for this setup, and all the wiring here. So this is how it's supposed to look. This is the JAMA harness stuff. I mean, it's nice and organized, don't get me wrong. It's all pretty easy, straightforward. Let's go to the back. I drilled it out. Easy to drill out. I drilled it like one little hole, and then it just, the locks fell apart. Those are the speaker housing. So it is similar monitor to the one that I had on the other ones, but it is a different type of bracket to attach. So it uses these metal brackets here, which I did remember seeing on a different video that they use that kind of brackets for their setup, which is common. I've seen it. And then the underside here is a little bit different. There's no wall partition here like on the other Vewlix that I have. The other Vewlix that I have has a wall, the Chewlix, sorry, is that there's a wall partition here to kind of support this hollow area, but this does not have that. It's just all open, which I honestly don't mind because given the fact that these are made out of metal, there's not going to be an issue here. Plus it gives me full access to everything here, which is pretty good. These are some, I guess these are access for buttons for the settings, and then this is the Pandora box here. Chinese knockoff Pandora box, Chinese knockoff power supply, and then the Chinese knockoff sound thing there. Now this looks to be kind of factory because the way it's cut is like laser cut. So that bill acceptor did come with this thing from factory. And then they even made a little box here to accept the dollar bills. I've already checked, there's no dollar bills in there. Fans are probably gonna go here. Replace the fans. I'm gonna replace the power supply. This wiring is not really an issue as far as, I'm gonna remove the JAMA portion of this. The JAMA is gonna go away, but I will leave everything else for all of this other stuff. Or I might just leave the JAMA there as if someone wants to put another Pandora box down the road, they can, but this is going to be strictly a Pi or PC build for now until I figure I got to source a lot of parts here. But I have a very solid foundation in this cabinet to make it my own. And it's in really, really great shape, guys. Like, it's really great. So, let's see how this project will go.